All right, so here's where we're going to go. We're in stream. I added content. We add people. We added people, right? So now I'm going to add classwork. No one is really making these kind of videos on classwork, but all my media specialists need to do this. You go to create and you go to topic. You need to define the topics that's going to be the heading for each section for your digital content that's going to be static in here. So for instance, let's do the Holy Four. I'm going to create a topic and I'm going to call it math. And we'll make another one. I'm going to create a topic. I'm going to call it language arts. And for time constraints here, I'm going to make it a little short in terms of typing. See what I've done with the topics, right? There we go. Are y'all okay with that? So I went over to classwork, I went to create, and I got topics. Now you, as media specialists, are being asked to bring in resources from various areas, right? It is tough, isn't it? And you're trying to find resources that help each one of your groups of students. So let's say that, for instance, on my math, my favorite math resource, I'm going to put it in here, okay? So I'm going to pull it open over right here, and I'm going to call it Khan Test Prep. Not Khan Academy, Khan Test Prep. Khan Test Prep is free for you to register for the next 4 years. It's guaranteed that it will not cost money. Khan Test Prep is where you sign up as a coach over here on the far right, and it'll let you push right through your school account. Okay? Over here are courses that you can assign your students. Okay? So let's say, for instance, you need a 6th grade math for your 7th grade to go through, or like a module. Okay? So this is a 6th grade resources right now. And this 6th grade resource, you can assign each student to go through on their own pace. We recommend, though, don't let them just click and guess. They have to have a clipboard and they have to write everything out as they're working. So they're using this for RTI. They're using this for the purpose of extra training to help them. So right now, you see that link? I can copy this link. So if you had a math teacher and they needed to go to your place, they'd go to your classwork and you would put this under the math resources. I'm holding on to that link, that URL, right? Y'all okay with that? All right, look, I'm going to go to create, and I'm going to make it where I put in material. Everything you do as a media specialist is create topic, create material. That's it. Don't get fancy. So I'm going to go to create material, and I'm going to put in Khan Test Prep, and I would put down training for math resources up to 6th grade, 7th grade. See where it says topic and it says no topic. You choose one of the pre-existing topics that you made. If you made no topics, there are none here. So you go math. You see that link? Lo and behold, there's your link maker, right? See that? Paste it. Add it. And post. So you folks that are right now in my class, this is how you would treat your teachers. Every teacher needs to be in a classroom that you build. So I don't want you just to take a test. I want you to go back and actually use Classroom as a media specialist. Do you see what you could do now? You could add tons of resources by subject area that would be a repository to help your faculties. That's kind of one of your check boxes of your job, right? And you want to make it easy for you. Are y'all okay with that? Some of you are, okay, this is for my upper echelon digital smarties, okay? Just for a second. Everybody else, if you start fading, it's okay. This is for them. I'm differentiating it up for just a minute. Anybody use Symbaloo in here? Symbaloo's great, right? So let's say that I have a Symbaloo account. Now Symbaloo, because I have all ladies in here, I can speak to you as a constructivist again. Symbaloo is basically Pinterest. In fact, it's pretty much Pinterest that allows for the men to be comfortable enough to let it be filtered through the school systems because they still block through Pinterest because they're scared of it. A lot of my tech coordinators are. because they're men. Does that make sense? Can y'all get to Pinterest at your schools? Wow. My schools can't because there's a bunch of men in charge.
Ours is a woman.
There. That's how you solve that's how you solve a lot of problems. All right. All right. So here is the one we made for Enterprise. And this is a web mix collection of social studies resources. All right. Just for a second. Now, if you haven't seen Symbaloo, who cares? You're fine. Because the link is what I'm going to share with you. So you see this web mix collection of social studies resources? We're doing this because you're media specialists. Okay? So what we're doing is we're taking a step back and go, okay, I need social studies resources for my high school and middle school, mostly right now, and I want to make sure that they can get to it. I don't want to put 15 links in. I want a collection. I want a collection of links. So you see this? Every one of these this is a Pinterest board, and those are pins. Same thing. Symbaloo calls it web mix tiles, right? So what I want to do is take this web mix, and I don't want to teach all the teachers how to use Symbaloo. I just want them to get to the links, right? So all I'm going to do right now, and this is for my advances right now, I'm going to go over here to where it says share, right? And I want to go to share options, and it says web mix information. My people that have done Symbaloo, you're raising your hand, you're going, oh, I remember this. So now you see that little link right here? I copy it. You know where I'm going to put this? I'm going to put that in my classroom, and I'm going to put it under social studies. So when I hit create, material, right? And I'm going to put in social studies. Link. Control V. Add. So the people that already do Pinterest, you're not interested in getting your teachers basically to go in there and go bare bones because they're not going to eat catfish with bones right now. They need the fillets, right? So now look where that is. Oh, I put it in the wrong place. You know why?
You didn't like
Boom. Every single time that you do not put it under a topic, I did that on purpose. So if I go in to edit, then I can go put it in social studies. And look, the web mix is hot. It's ready to go. So when I hit save, right, it will be in there. Y'all liking that? Because that's how you use Classroom. I don't want you just to walk through Classroom. If you don't put it in your construct, it's not going to feel authentic. So all we did is I built a classroom for my faculty. And I'm now putting resources in because teachers come to you going, I need to know about contest prep. Well, let me give you the link. And it's just, and you know what? It's always there. Any questions so far? The very last thing here is if you're working with other media specialists in other school systems, you can invite them as teachers. You can have, and I just set that up in Escambia County. I went to the librarian there, and they put the other 2 librarians in it. So all 3 librarians are putting material in here. They're making their own classroom for teachers to go to for resources. That's high school. So do you see the concept of what we're doing on classwork and stream? I believe that's going to cover you for this skill as you're working through it. Okay? But down the road, I know right now you're worried about the test, but when you get back, you need to have a repository of resources. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for the password from Headland Middle School. She's the first one that asked for this as a media specialist. She said, I want the best digital resources to help my students for all my faculty. And so we built this, and we put a ton of resources, math, language, social studies, science. Okay? Now, my science teacher, really quick. Remember Mystery Science, we were talking about the link? How about I put that in? Just real quick. I go to Create, Material, and I'm going to put in Mystery Science. I can type. And this is a hands-on. Okay, and now I'm going to make it a science one. Do you see where this would be good for y'all in terms of finding resources? And now all I got to do is really quick type in mystery science up here. I might end up with the, there it is. That's the link I want to share. Okay, and I'm going to go back to our class. So that's how you add content. My language arts people want something too, don't you? We'll add something later. I want to stop this video though. But that's how you add content. And I was being greedy. I want you to see Classroom, but I want you to think about how it could be used to make your jobs more efficient and better.